Hello everyone, welcome back to the Back Post Podcast. Today we've had a brilliant weekend of football, so there's a lot to talk about. We've got Liverpool battling another away win, we've got Tottenham losing, which is always fun for me, not for him. Chelsea being pretty shit but still getting a draw, I'm okay with that, and a bunch of other stuff happened that we're going to talk about in this podcast. But before we do that, Josh, we've got a bone to pick with you watching. Yes, you, right?
Well, not if then.
Not 10% of you, right?
Leave them alone.
80, was it 80 or 89?
89,
89% of people watching this right now, listening, aren't subscribed. That's unacceptable. So I'd like you to please subscribe. It'd mean the world to us. We're going to try and hit 1,000 before the World Cup. We've got about 5 weeks.
We don't ask for much, do we?
We don't ask for much, so just please subscribe.
We really don't.
We don't ask for much. Now, let's talk about the football. Let's talk about Tottenham first, Josh. And I missed the game because I was travelling, so I want you to kind of tell me the vibe of this game, because you can watch the highlights, but you don't get the vibe.
All right. So obviously in midweek we lost United. That's very quickly. Over that awfully. It should have been 5-6-0. Honestly, we maybe could have scored one, but awful game. Not really talking about that. Just important for context.
Just there, yeah.
When it comes to Newcastle, Jay was there like, I tell you what we need to start doing for this podcast, Josh, because sometimes I feel a bit lost. Sometimes we need notes. And I was like, yeah, cool. So I sat at work yesterday and I was like, right, okay, what do I think of Tottenham?
Shit.
Hey, what do I think? I think. Oh fuck. And I think that's the issue. I mean, realistically, let's be sensible. We've lost 3 games. I mean, admittedly, 3 of those games are in the last 5. We are still third. We are ahead of the likes of Chelsea, United. It's fine. It's okay. We were beaten by a team that's just made it into the top 4. Newcastle have been imperiously good this season. I still think they're unbeaten, aren't they? I know they've lost one, haven't they? It was to Liverpool in the 14th minute. Or whatever it was. So they're a good side. They're a really good side. Obviously, there's caveats. Bruno was supposed to be out. Wasn't. Maximan was injured. Joe Linton did make it in the end, I think. I don't know. Maybe it was in my FIFA. I don't know. There was a lot of injuries, all right? And it was like, this is a Newcastle side that are weak, that we should be beating. Tottenham have the best home record in the league this season. Oh dear, that didn't happen. Confidence has been knocked. We didn't even bench Højbjerg and Romero. And I've got another bone to pick with Tottenham fans. Because the amount of times Højbjerg doesn't get a start and fucking idiot. So they're like, oh, thank God he's finally realising that Højbjerg is a waste of space. What are you talking about?
That's mental.
Crucial goals against Chelsea. He's been our best player this season.
He's ever since, was it Mourinho that signed him? I was like, what a fucking signing, what a geezer.
Was it Mourinho? I don't know. But every single time, and if I now say he's been my best player, people on Twitter go, ooh, whatever. Shut up.
Whatever.
Shut up. Against you. He grabbed the game, by the way. Sometimes he makes a mistake because he's a footballer.
Yeah, indeed.
As if, the rest of our players haven't fucked it.
You know what? United would kill for Højbjerg. He's exactly what they need.
I was talking to a guy at work who's a big United fan.
Yeah.
And he was there I'd take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's exactly what
I love
they
him.
need.
I love him, and
I
it's
think
great.
even Liverpool would need him right now. Get onto that later, but I think they need a midfielder like him.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. Yeah, that's strange.
Now, on Tottenham's defence,
that was
not the actual defence. That was atrocious. But
I have a point about the defence.
No. The defence. I don't really know why we didn't play Romero in this game. I think we're saving him for the Champions League.
Okay.
Annoying.
Yeah.
But same with Højbjerg. I think that's what we were doing. So they weren't even on the bench to bring on.
Okay.
But in our defence, we have an average of 2 points. I think it's 2.4 points a game when Kulusevski plays, and Kulusevski's injured, and Richarlison's injured, and that leaves us with a choice of Kane and Son and Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura, I am eternally grateful.
I thought you had your Moura shirt on.
No, it's Poch.
Oh.
Lucas Moura, I'm eternally grateful, but. It's time for a friendly handshake and wish you all the luck in the world, because you're a great footballer, but it's not happening anymore. And I don't know, Jay. I don't know.
But, I mean, okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. I think, to be honest, you've slandered Spurs there a good bit. I think your defence was shocking. I think that second goal that they Almiron, who's having a great season, to be fair to him, but just cut past
10 points for my fantasy team.
it's those little wins you can get, but that was atrocious. I think Lloris's blunder for that first goal was terrible.
Right, I've got a point. Right. Okay, sorry, I forgot about this. This is one of my few points of actual seriousness.
Hit me.
Absolutely pathetic from Lloris and our defence, but it's got to be given as a foul.
Never.
Jake, they show it in slow motion. Wilson lifts the shoulder into him.
No, I can't have it, man. But what? It's does it look? Does it? But in not in slow motion? In normal time, does it look that bad?
I'll tell you why it's a foul. Because Wilson lets the ball go past him and plays Lloris. By definition, it's no. Okay, I know we've got a contact sport, but by definition, if you watch it again, the ball is gone, and Wilson plays Lloris.
You can't. Okay, you can give me the definition of that, right? I don't. I think it's pathetic, and you're caveating with that, which is making it hard for me to argue the point. But for me, I've not seen the slow motion little shoulder. I don't want to see it in slow motion. I want to see it in real time, and in real time, Wilson has nowhere to go. That's happened, Chris. Lloris has done this weird chest thing. The ball's gone past him. You would just expect it's not the flash, bro. He can't dip there. He's just ran into him, and then he's done brilliantly to turn around and get the ball up and over, which is a great shot from him. And Lloris shouldn't have done it in the first place. That was poor.
They annoyed me. The boys annoyed me. But for me,
the boys annoyed me.
I know there's a goalkeepers union, but on the record, Ben Foster has spoken. He said it should never have counted.
Yeah, okay, but I don't want to listen to Ben Foster. Talk about goalkeepers though. Nick Pope kept them in it in the first half, to be fair to him. You were pretty average.
Once we scored, we had 10 minutes where I said to Stu, I think we might go on and win this.
Yeah, I mean,
because as soon as we got one back.
In the first half, mate, he made some great saves. Son's in, and he's got... I mean, I know Son probably should have put more on it, but still, to be reactionary and use that one hand that he's got just to swipe it away and stuff. Pope was really good, and I've got a point here about Newcastle. There's two England shouts, I think, there. Now, Wilson, when he's fit, and because he hasn't been fit often, does he get in over Tony or Tammy Abraham? Because I think he's a brilliant footballer and he's a good goal scorer, Wilson.
If we had 5 more friendlies between
that's the problem.
It's too late now.
But I think he deserves a bit more of a shout than he gets. I don't think people have him in that conversation as much as they should. Obviously, Geordie fans will, but
no. I think he's a good player, but I think it's too late.
Yeah, fair. And then
in his career and in the season.
I mean, Pope was brilliant. I really thought he was good.
He can do whatever he wants between now and the World Cup.
Pickford's the one.
That mistake against Germany.
Yeah, I know. It's horrendous.
It's cost him. He's done it in front of Southgate. We know Southgate doesn't care about club form.
Yeah.
Because he'll bring you in, and it's the same way. Doesn't matter what he's doing for his club. He's played for Southgate and he's let us down.
I mean,
I rate Pope a lot, but that's why Pickford and will be followed by Ramsdale, folled by. Yes, Henderson and Pope might battle it out to be the third keeper that doesn't get a single minute.
Yeah,
but that's the way it is, and I don't think there's any debate there. Let's move on from Tottenham. Just do better. Jay was saying we haven't even mentioned it. Is the football good? No.
I was about to say, do we question Conte now?
No.
Not yet. Because obviously you're not going to, and I think you're the smart one in this situation because Conte is a world-class manager. But should there be questions over his head?
Listen. I'm on the train. I'm on the train. I've sold my soul. I want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
As soon as this train derails, bring Poch back.
And
you know what?
And we say all this. You're third, bruv. You're third.
I'm third.
So how can Conte be doing too badly? It's football kind of hyperbole again, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Football what?
Hyperbolic.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Where are we going next, Josh? What game do you want to talk about next?
Let's go to you, I think, and then we'll go to you because it was a very interesting game in terms of United did exactly what they did against us to you, and let's be honest, it's a classic game, isn't it, that warps the perception because you got battered, and then as soon as you score. You're suddenly unlucky not to come away with 3 points. And that's what Chelsea fans come away with, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're like, no, well, we should have won because we've let it fucking slip. And it's like, well, no, because Kepa again.
Oh, mate, what a boy.
Did you see Twitter blaming him for the equaliser there?
I did, yeah. It was ridiculous.
What a save that was.
Mate, he's unbelievable.
To get your hand
What's going
there,
on? Yeah.
Why are people acting like he's 4'2"?
I know. He is a bit small, though.
No, he's not. not. No, he's not.
He's probably taller than us, but he's a bit smaller.
He's not.
No, he's been amazing. It's so weird because I think when you take a step back away from this game, you look at it like in my notes. It's United battered us in the first half. We are probably lucky to get the point if you take the whole 90 minutes into consideration. But then when you take that last 10, you're like, Chelsea, you're an idiot. Why did you let that slip 100%?
Cucurella got subbed again.
I think Potter got it wrong again. I think he got it wrong midweek, and then he got it wrong this week. But one thing he's good at is changing it early. Got Cucurella off. He knows that Cucurella wasn't doing the bit for him.
Again, though.
I know.
What's going on?
I think he's getting it wrong. I think we all thought Cucurella left centre back. This is great. Let's do it. I just don't think he can do that. I think he has to be a left back, left wing back.
But he can't.
And Potter's put him. He can.
Well, Chilwell's there.
Well, it's fight for the position, then, isn't it? Have two great left backs.
But you've got no Fofana.
Koulibaly come back in centre back. Chalobah, Silva, that's the back line. But I think that's what happened when Potter changed it. But the problem is Potter needs to. I think it's one of those, and it's like he's so good at changing it. Like in these 10 games he's had as Chelsea manager, he's brilliant at changing, tweaking mid game, and it's fun to see. Something Tuchel didn't do as much as we'd like him to. That's great, but sometimes he needs to get it right first. Because if he got that right at first, United aren't so dominant. We might feel more confident in the game, and you never know where it could happen. So that is definitely like something to look at. And I think another thing to look at for me is the attacking line, because Potter's done so well at like changing or like the team like every game, and that's exciting. It's like who's going to play. It's like there's an excitement to that, especially when you've had like a set 11. But I think there's two players I don't really want to see playing together in the front line, and it's Sterling and Aubameyang. I think when they play together, there's just something that doesn't click between the two of them. I think the both of them can take too long in decision making.
Let's be real here. What you're saying is you don't want Aubameyang at your football club.
No, I think no. That's no. Because
Aubameyang scored. You got to get rid of one tomorrow.
Oh, Aubameyang goes tomorrow, but like that's if I had to. I like him actually. He's won me over a little bit. I think he scored a few goals. I think he can do.
Chelsea bring out a fucking horrendous half and half patterned yellow trimmed kit. Jay for the first time is out of foot of hell. By the end of the season, fucking loves it. Aubameyang joins the club. Jay, stick to your fucking convictions.
Nope.
And occasionally, just go, you know what? I love Chelsea. Aubameyang's a fucking knobhead.
No. Nah, I genuinely like he offers something, and that's great. He offers goal output. He does. You can't deny that. But when you play him with Sterling...
He's not hit those heights, though.
No, but he's not going to hit those heights of Arsenal a few seasons ago.
But he went to Barca and just got like 1-1.
Yeah, but he hasn't played as much. He's not.
Just
he
saying,
doesn't. No, but he doesn't play
saying.
every game. If he played for like 2-3 games
Has
in
he
a
scored
row...
in the Premier League yet?
Yeah, he scored like 3.
Has he?
Yeah, he scored a lot.
In the Prem?
Yeah. He scored... there was a few games, like literally a few games ago...
Who's he scored against?
I don't know, right? He scored. He played like 3 back-to-back games and got 3 goals. Like he has got, and that might not all be in the Prem. It might be a Prem Champions League. Premier League.
I know he scored in the Champions League.
No, he has scored in the Prem.
Okay.
He brings goals. Let me make my point, bro. And then, but with Sterling, the two of them, I think that just brings the attacking line. There's just something that doesn't work there. Sterling, as much as he's great, he takes too long decision making. That mixed with Aubameyang, who's kind of the same, who has, let's be real though, Aubameyang can't pass to save his life. He's really bad at passing. Those two can't play together. I think when Sterling's playing with a Havertz or a Mount, or when Aubameyang's playing with a Conor Gallagher and a Mount, there's more energy, there's more kind of things going on that can help them thrive. But when those two are playing together and there's only one other attacker kind of doing all the work, that's when it doesn't really work. And that's, for me, needs to stop somehow. I don't know, it's difficult because it's like I can't play these two players together. Like that doesn't work in football. They either need to figure it out or Potter needs to find a system to change
then
it.
Then you drop back to the players you need to shift. Pulisic, Ziyech. And you'll probably say you don't have to shift Pulisic now. And but you know what I'm saying.
I think, yeah, I mean, yeah, but... Yeah.
As soon as you give him a consistent run, he'll break down.
Again.
His Legos will snap.
Yeah. No, I think Pulisic can stay for now. Ziyech does need to go. Ziyech's still not getting the minutes, but we've got Mount, we've got Conor Gallagher that playing as attacking positions. I'm fine with that rotation.
My only point about this game, in terms of quite fun, is the fickleness of football fans. And
the
guy I work with, Harry, fuming. As soon as you scored, fucking livid.
Yeah.
Through its jumper. And then suddenly, United really picked it up after they went behind. Instantly, they just went for your throat. Every single time Luke Shaw... I don't know if you noticed, Jay, but as soon as you scored, Luke Shaw became fucking prime.
What did they call him at the Euros?
Well, yeah, whatever it was. But
Schuberta.
Yeah. He became that. I don't know if you know, every single time he got on the ball,
Yeah.
he drove forward and he passed forward, and the pass found a man every time. And Harry, next to me, was going, "Fuck off, Luke Shaw! What the fuck are you doing?" And I was next to him going, "Harry, he's just made a 20-yard pass to an attacking position. He's just driven. Picked the ball up and driven 30 yards. This is exactly what he's supposed to do." He's going, "Oh, I don't give a shit." And he looked at me and was like, "I know, I'm just angry." And then, do you know whose ball goes to Casemiro, Jay?
Obviously.
Luke Shaw. And it's just funny.
You're a brilliant player, Shaw. Yeah, no, I mean, that's football.
I mean, he had every right to say what he said about McTominay, to just come on and rugby tackle a player. Although, as much as I hate to say it, one of the Arsenal players got rugby tackled in the exact same way yesterday. Nothing.
Really?
It was the exact same challenge.
Yeah, mate.
Nothing given.
That's not a surprise, though, with the officials in the Prem. And let's talk about United briefly, because we've talked about Chelsea. We got kind of lucky, but listen, Potter's unbeaten still. Brilliant. Love it. And United are a great team at the minute, so there's no shame in getting a point against United. But United, looking good.
They are.
Good.
You've just mentioned Potter, and I'm sorry, I know you're trying to move it on. But
Unbeaten.
Are you worried?
Nope.
No. Not for you. I know you're an armed man. Are you just worried that he's gonna get pelters?
I'm not, right, because I feel like you sent me the haircut thing, and you're like, he's out of his depth. He's like, I just got a haircut. It looks good. I think he's stepping up well. He's unbeaten.
He's a bit conservative, though, isn't he? And that's fine. But that's what cost Tuchel in the end.
It is, and it is. But I think Tuchel was lost when Todd Bowley came in.
Yeah.
I don't think it had anything to do with the football.
No.
I think Todd Bowley wanted his man.
I'm concerned that a 50-year-old Englishman playing conservative football, just in terms of football fans being fucking idiots.
No, I know. I do know what you mean. I really do know what you mean. And you can never. I could, as a Chelsea fan, could never say
he's staying.
He's fucking staying for years, because obviously that'd be stupid and ignorant of me. But no, I do think he's got the backing of the board, of these players at the moment, and I do think the fans have fallen in love with him a little bit. That fade got him in.
Okay.
And I understand what you're saying, but I don't see it at the moment.
Well, good. Okay, so
lose 3 on the bounce and then maybe fuck him off now.
Back to United.
Yeah, United good.
Yeah, the amount of pelters that Ten Hag's got for disrespecting Ronaldo. Get to fuck off.
Hey, no, I know.
Absolutely bin him off now. You should sign him, and then Potter will lose his job.
Yeah, then
you sign Ronaldo, Potter loses his job.
I know. I'd hate that.
Any club that's...
No, apparently we're in for a Neymar now. Apparently, not Ronaldo.
That's fun. Yeah.
No, I mean...
Neymar and Potter.
No, but all praise to Ten Hag for doing what he needed to do to Ronaldo. I think that shows the class of Ten Hag. It really does.
I think Ten Hag's a fantastic manager, and I think what he's doing in terms of, it's brutal, but the way he treated Maguire.
Yeah.
Here's a few games. No one can blame me now.
Yeah,
See
you're
you
right.
later. It's harsh, but then you've got the backups of Varane. Obviously, heartbreaking to see him just in tears with all the Chelsea fans like, yeah! You're like, oh, football's so cruel. But then you've got Martinez and Lindelof now coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for another centre back very soon.
Yeah, fade Maguire away.
Yeah, well, and Bailly's gone, so it's just Lindelof. Who's the other one? Lindelof, Maguire.
Yeah, haven't they got
Varane, Martinez? That's it, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's 4 of them, pretty much. So it's great. There's not really much to say about this. They just need, I said to Harry again, the United fan, if you could have one player, who would it be? He said Ostenheim. Someone's put the ball in the back of net actually consistently, and they're like, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. If they have that, they're turning these tight, tetchy games like yesterday. They're already 2 up by the time you score that goal. If they have someone, a pure goal scorer that's not 39, 37, whatever he is. Ronaldo.
I know.
Yeah, sorry. Just in case you didn't. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
All I've got to say on United.
And they're really now pushing up the table, which is this year is going to be a very interesting top 4/top 6 race. It will be. It will be really interesting.
I grow concerned about my football club.
And then to end this part, I think we'll talk about Liverpool bottling it to Forest. Early game feels like a long time ago, doesn't it?
It does. Jay was there like, we'll put that in the running order. The Liverpool lost, and I was like, what? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool lost. It's their away form it's like the most jarring aspect of this, because of course every time we think Liverpool are washed up, gone, they get a great result at home, but then again they go away, and it's this weird cycle that keeps happening.
It's a classic thing that I always used to get so annoyed about beating City, because Tottenham weirdly beat City.
Yeah,
and then you go to fucking Fulham, and it's the most annoying thing, because you're essentially throwing this. You might as well have got battered by City and everyone goes off fair foot.
Yeah.
And then go and twat Fulham, and you're like, oh, well, that makes sense. But it's just it makes the points useless. Like it does. I know obviously that's not how it works, but
no, I mean
it kind of is. And the football, it was weird, wasn't it?
I think there's a few problems going on. It is very weird. The problems that are going on at Liverpool right now, and I think one of them is just that midfield. The midfield isn't there. Like Klopp's system and his tactics rely around an engine room of a midfield. They want that, and that engine now is getting a little bit old.
It's getting a bit rusty. It's done 100,000 miles, isn't it?
It's done 100,000 miles, and it just needs revamping.
It's that thing. It's a petrol. It's not a diesel.
Yeah,
and it's starting to just you're doing a tour across Europe, which they have done. Ironically,
they have.
And they've got to about they've actually done it. They've gone to Budapest for a festival. They've had a great festival.
Yeah,
they're loving life. Everyone, the car, it's all runs smoothly. Fucking Milner's in the back, the Henderson's at the wheel, and they're just coming back now. They've gone through like Syria, and they're coming back through Turkey, and they're just hitting Europe now, and they're in about Belgium, and suddenly the car's just gone. And they've gone, oh shit, don't worry, there's a mechanics down the road called Arthur's. And they've got there, and Arthur's just dead.
No, he's like a 50-year-old greasy man.
And he's sleeping, and they can't wake him up. And they don't know if he's dead. They're knocking on the window. Arthur,
please help me fix
they're
this
stuck.
car.
They're stuck in Belgium, and
they are knackered. They haven't showered in days, and they are losing to Nottingham Forest. That's a great analogy, Josh.
Yeah.
And I just think with that midfield being so battered at the minute and so just drained of all its life, the attackers can't do what they want to do. The defence has to step up a little bit more, and that means they're making mistakes. You know what I mean? And I think that's the sole problem at Liverpool. I think you could say whatever you want about Salah's not scoring goals, Trent's shit. It
is very concerning when you're consistently dropping Trent for Milner, though.
That's
a confusing time.
That is a confusing time for sure, but I do just think every problem results in that, and that's where Liverpool's owners need to step up a little bit. And
who's they buy? Is it just Bellingham? Is the answer just Bellingham?
Well, I hear Liverpool fans always going on about how they should have got Tuchemani, and like they've put all their eggs in one basket.
They got 100. They got outbid for
I think,
a child because Real Madrid. Like that's fine. Like you can't.
That's what. That's
so
football.
Is the answer Bellingham? I'm asking.
I think it has to be.
Or is the answer a?
Well, I think Liverpool need to. I'm no scout.
Is it Billing? Is it Philip Billing?
I think Liverpool's scouts and team need to have a bigger plan than just Bellingham, because everyone's going to want
Billingham.
Okay, sorry, Billingham is there for Liverpool 2023. And they're winning the league. No, and I think that's the biggest problem. I think Klopp can turn it around if he gets the kind of resources that he needs in the midfield. I do think he's a good manager, but I think the one thing that shows, and time again this shows, and this guy was worn down on the players. He's so spiky and horrible. And like, you know, when like they lose, and we played the Twitter game of what's he going to blame it on, and yours was brilliant actually. What was it? It was.
I said we cannot compete with the amount of players that Nottingham. I don't know why he's Pep Guardiola. The amount of players that Nottingham players have signed. Oh, he's French now. He's French.
They've done a tour of Europe.
he's got mixed up. Cultured man. No, but yeah, it was.
That attitude he has stinks, and that has to rub off on the players, surely. Do you think they see that on the telly, or he comes in, he's all fucking mardy, they're all like, yeah, this is brilliant, let's play for him?
Do you remember when he, like, do you know how he got, like, was it in the Manchester game that he, like, barked?
Yeah.
Do you remember that video of that old man that's like,
I do.
I think we should do that as an edit.
Okay.
They came bounding over.
I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, yeah. So, Klopp, fuck you, Klopp.
Okay, that's it for this.
That's it for part one. See you in part two.
Right, okay, let's do part two, because Jay's just said, what are we actually going to talk about? And it's fine, we've got some things. We're playing Sporting midweek, Jay, which is interesting because apparently Villa have to make him, like, the highest ever
We
bought.
didn't talk about Gerrard. He's gone.
No, I know he's gone, but this is what I'm building onto this.
Fuck you, Gerrard.
We live in a world where actually Lampard managed to outlast
Because he's a better
Gerrard.
manager.
And
Look at Everton.
no,
11th.
Yeah, look at Everton, the new
Boy.
Burnley.
The new Burnley, 11th.
No, anyway,
With
can you imagine saying that he was
trickster Iwobi in the middle?
Ooh, I hate this so much. Can you imagine saying that last season?
What?
That Gerrard was going to outlast Lampard. Sorry, the other way around. Can you imagine? It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know you wouldn't have. Not when Coutinho first came in and
my loyalty to that man
He's just a fucking idiot.
defies
Okay, cool.
everything.
Right, anyway, we're
I know
playing
what you're saying.
Sporting. Sporting obviously beat us in the Champions League. Scary times. But Villa might poach the manager for like 28 million they're going to have to spend in compensation if they want him, which is like, I think, a record.
Which is mad because Villa like have that money and like that's not a problem to them, and it's just mad to see how much like money a team bottom of the table
I guess
has.
that's the conversation we can have right now, because it's so funny, isn't it? Because I was talking to Stuart at work, a Villa fan, and he was saying like, we're going to have to spend like £28 million to get this manager, and he was like, it's a joke, like ridiculous. And I was like, Stu, that's one Musa Sissoko. Like,
Maybe just get Sissoko.
If the right manager's there,
Yeah, I mean, you have
to
to-
elevate your club, that's more valuable than a Musa Sissoko or
Yeah.
I'm not going to list all the £30 million players. A £30 million player is pretty much on the money now. Is what you pay for a footballer, isn't it? If you're a top 10 club,
Yeah, I mean,
if you want a
it's one of
footballer,
the-
you pay 30 million.
It's one of the base levels, really, isn't it?
And so like to bring, for instance,
and the manager's more important nowadays.
to bring in, let's just say, for example, I know this isn't happening, but to get your hands on a Pochettino, to get your hands on, Zidane's going to cost 35, 40, and people are like, what? It's like, well, they're the glue.
Listen to yourself.
Look
yeah.
at Ten Hag at United. He's worth more than
they
that
paid,
because they're climbing the table and they might be finally leaving. It's United. It's worth £100 million for United to finally leave the meme town that they've been living in for 10 years. A ticket away from the meme town is invaluable
Way
to them.
back, yeah,
They could spend £400 million if it got them out of that. I know it's not a guarantee, but. Instead, Eddie Howe for Newcastle. Look at them.
Massive.
I know they've spent actual money on actual brilliant footballers, but it's mad. It's mad. This perception that like we should buy all these star players and then just be like, you know what, fuck off.
I'm not paying
Fuck
that
off.
for a man. Yeah, no, that's very interesting actually. Yeah, the stigmatism, is that the right word, around that needs to change, because if Villa got a better manager, I mean they won yesterday, didn't they? And got 4-0 was it against Brentford, which is mad. Just because Gerrard left, and they're already 14th after one win. But if they get the right manager in, they're back up there competing. And you look at teams like, I mean, as much as I just praised him, Everton could start slipping. You know what I mean? Like they could be safe with a better manager.
Someone
so
should
what
have paid
is that
£40 million for Gerrard to be in the sort of half-time chat for that game. Imagine Kurt Tibbs like, what do you think, Gerrard? And he's just like, I just don't, please. I just want to die.
I think what I told him last week is now just settling in.
I told them to do this.
Told him to score these goals. Yeah, that is absolutely, mate. Fair enough. And then should we talk about Champions League briefly?
Well, yeah, it's like I said,
Sporting.
I don't know how to feel about football. Tottenham, if we go and get another win in the Champions League against Sporting and then follow it up with a comfortable, and I do mean comfortable because I know it doesn't matter as long as you get 3 points, but it's a comfortable win against Bournemouth.
You're back in.
We're all right.
That's the thing with Tottenham at the minute.
Mad.
I think you're so confused at the minute because you're up and down. You're still third. You're kind of having these weird results, these weird draws. The football is like sometimes shit, but sometimes
I'll do
great.
your deal right here, Jay.
It's like you don't know
I'll do your deal in terms of my mental state with Tottenham.
Go for it.
As long as we're in and about those positions, get out the group,
Yeah.
stay in that top 4 challenge. As long as we're there, and then our players come back to speed in terms of Kulusevski and Richarlison, Skip getting game time.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I saw some shouts go like fucking like he may not be glamorous, but he's solid, and it was just fucking Fraser Forster. And I was like, no, I know Lloris can have a howler in him, but shut up. Anyway, no, but actually that's the one point, because we haven't mentioned Arsenal today. But in regards to this chat about Tottenham, is if we were third right now with 3 losses, yes, 2 bad results on the fucking bounce happen in football, we would be fine. The issue is the elephant in the room. is Arsenal top of the table. So I'll tell you what, as well as Tottenham players coming back to speed, as soon as Arsenal come down with the Christmas lights, Tottenham fans will be a lot happier. I promise you that one.
When City eventually rise to the
Yeah,
top.
when they finally play Haaland and don't fucking go to PSV instead of it, it will be fine. Anyway, Jay.
I mean, we've got Salzburg. I don't have much to say on that. We drew with them in Potter's first game.
Did you, Jay? Did you draw with them? Did I have a fucking 12-fold accumulator that the only result that let me down was that result? I didn't know that.
It was Potter's first game. How could you bank on it? Yeah. To be fair, with the 2 wins against Milan, in the previous 2 Champions League games, we've put ourselves in a nice position now to go and top this group, which had looked mad because at the start of it we had 1 point after 2 games, and going into a double header against Milan, it was like, oh no, we're not even going to make it out of the group. But now things seem comfortable. I think we want to go at this game with a different mentality, with a lot of good performances behind us, but I think also we need a little bit more of a statement of a win, because the last couple of games have been not bad because we're drawing, but not great. So it'll be good to just get something good there. But that's all I really have to say about that. We have then the following week Brighton, so Potter will be returning to.
Cucurella will be returning.
Cucurella will be, maybe not because he's been rubbish recently. But that's the only narrative I can pull out of that at this moment in time. We'll have to see what happens midweek. But
Brighton are starting to drop, aren't they? Let's not lie. And that's, to lose the players they've lost and to lose the manager they've lost, it makes sense. It's a shame for them, but it's the way it is, isn't it?
That's life. That's what all the people say. I was trying to think of a fun way to incorporate Potter into that, but I'm not quick enough.
You've done well.
I'm done.
Yeah, you've ruined the end of this podcast.
No, I think I made it better. Thank you for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. Again, just to remind you, please subscribe. If you made it this far, you must have liked it. And if you like it and haven't subscribed, what are you doing?
Awkward if they're not here.
If you know no one's here, then we're just chatting to each other, and that's nice. Love you as always. Tell your dads.
Tell your dad.
See you next week.